You slept 8 hours last night, and you woke up like you barely slept at all. Your alarm went off, and your first thought wasn't good morning. It was already. You laughed there for a minute, hoping the tired would lift. It didn't. By the time your feet hit the floor, your body already felt heavy. You told yourself coffee would fix it. It helped for about an hour. Then the fog crept back in right around mid-morning. If any of that sounds familiar, this one is for you. Because feeling tired after a full night's sleep is one of the most confusing feelings there is. You did the thing you were told to do. You gave your body the hours. So, why does it feel like your body didn't get the memo? Here's the honest, gentle truth. Sleep isn't just about how long you're in bed. It's about how deeply your body actually rests during those hours. You can be unconscious for 8 hours and still barely touch the good stuff underneath. That's the part most people skip when they talk about sleep. And it's the part we're going to unpack together today. I'll walk you through why this happens in plain words, no lectures. Then I'll hand you small, doable habits you can try starting tonight. Nothing extreme, nothing that turns your whole life upside down, just the little levers that tend to make the biggest difference. Before we go deeper, try this one tonight. Dim your lights an hour before bed. Not off, just softer, warmer, lower. Your body reads light like a clock, and bright light late says, still daytime. It's such a small change, but a lot of people feel it in the morning. Okay, let's talk about why the tiredness sticks around. The first reason is one almost nobody names out loud. You might be sleeping, but your nervous system is still on. Think of your body like a phone. It can be plugged in all night. But if 100 apps are running in the background, it barely charges. That's what stress does to sleep. It leaves the apps open. You lie down, close your eyes, and drift off. But underneath, your body is still bracing for something. Bracing for tomorrow. Bracing for the message you didn't reply to. Bracing. So the hours pass, but the deep rest doesn't fully land. You wake up technically rested, but your battery still feels low. If that's you, you're not lazy and you're not broken. Your body just needs help learning that it's safe to power down. Here's a small habit for that. 10 slow breaths before you close your eyes. In through your nose, slow. Out through your mouth, even slower. That longer exhale is the signal your body is waiting for. It's tiny, it's free, and it tells your system we can rest now. The second reason you might wake up tired is timing. Your body doesn't sleep in one flat block like a light switch. It moves through cycles. Light sleep, deep sleep, dream sleep, and back around. Each full cycle takes roughly 90 minutes, give or take. If your alarm yanks you out in the middle of a deep cycle, you feel it. You feel groggy, foggy, and heavy for the first hour of the day. Even if you slept 8 hours, the wrong exit door can wreck the morning. This is why some nights of 7 hours feel amazing, and 8 can feel awful. You didn't do anything wrong, you just landed on the wrong step of the staircase. Here's a gentle experiment. Try shifting your bedtime by 15 minutes. Either 15 minutes earlier or 15 later, and see how you feel. You're not chasing a magic number, you're finding your body's natural rhythm. And curious side note, that grogginess in the first 10 minutes is normal. Even great sleepers have it. Give yourself a beat before you judge the night. Okay, third reason, and this one surprises people. What you do in the last hour before bed matters more than the hours before that. Your brain doesn't flip from on to off like a light. It slides down a ramp, and the last hour is that ramp. If that hour is loud, bright, and full of scrolling, the ramp gets shorter. You collapse into bed still buzzing, and your body has to catch up mid-sleep. That catch-up is expensive. It eats into the deep rest you actually need. So the fix isn't more hours. It's a softer landing into the ones you already have. Try this. Pick a wind-down cue that tells your brain the day is closing. Maybe it's brushing your teeth earlier than usual. Maybe it's a short stretch. Maybe it's putting your phone in another room and reading a few pages of a book. Same cue, same time, most nights. That's the whole trick. Your brain loves patterns. Divot 1. It can lean on. Now here's the reframe I want you to sit with for a second. Being tired after a full night of sleep isn't a personal failure. It's a signal. Your body is telling you something about the day, not just the night. Because here's the part most people miss. Your morning tiredness often starts the afternoon before. The coffee at 4, the stress at 5, the scroll session at 11. All of it shows up in tomorrow's energy, whether you notice it or not. Sleep isn't a bank account you fill up in one big overnight deposit. It's more like a garden. What you do all day is the watering. The night is just when it grows. If you're the kind of person who runs on caffeine, hear me on this next part gently. Caffeine isn't the villain, it's a tool, and timing is everything. For a lot of people, caffeine after early afternoon quietly steals from the night. You may not feel wired. You may fall asleep just fine. But underneath, your deep sleep can get a little shallower without you noticing. You wake up thinking, I slept, why am I tired? Meanwhile, the coffee from yesterday is still doing a slow lap. Try cutting caffeine off around early afternoon for a week. Just 1 week. See how the mornings feel. You don't have to quit anything. You're just moving the last cup earlier. Small move, surprisingly big payoff for a lot of people. Now let's talk about the sneaky one. Your bedroom. The room you sleep in is doing more work than you think. If it's too warm, your body struggles to drop into deep sleep. If it's too bright, your brain isn't fully convinced it's night. If it's too noisy, part of you stays on guard even if you don't wake up. You don't need a fancy setup. You just need the room to feel like night. Cooler than the rest of the house. Darker than you think you need. Quieter, or at least steady, without sudden sounds. A folded towel under the door can block a surprising amount of hallway light. A cheap fan can smooth out the little noises that keep your brain half awake. None of this is extreme. It's just making the room agree with your body. Okay, let me name something you might be feeling right now. You might be thinking, Milo, I've tried some of this and I'm still tired. I hear you, and here's the honest thing I want to say. If your tiredness is heavy, constant, and doesn't budge no matter what you try, please talk to a doctor or a qualified professional. Not because something is wrong with you, but because your body might be asking for a real check-in. There are things a professional can look at that a video never can. This channel is here for the everyday habits. The doctor is there for the deeper questions. Both matter. Please don't skip that step if your gut is telling you something. Okay, let's keep going with the everyday side because there's more you can do. Let's talk about mornings, because this is where a lot of energy is actually made. Sounds strange, but your morning is quietly building tonight's sleep. The first thing your body wants in the morning is light. Real light, outside light. Even on a cloudy day, outside is brighter than inside. 10 minutes of that within an hour of waking is a small game changer. It tells your body clock the day has started. And that same clock is what tells your body when to feel sleepy tonight. A walk to the mailbox, coffee on the porch, standing at an open window. None of it looks impressive. All of it is quietly doing work in the background. Next thing about the morning, eat something in the first hour or two. Doesn't have to be huge, just something that says we're up, we're fueling. Skipping food while running on caffeine is a common tired morning pattern. You feel fine at first, then crash right when you need energy most. Curiosity check. Naps can help you, or they can wreck your night. A short nap early in the afternoon, around 20 minutes, can be a real boost. A 90-minute nap at 5 in the evening can steal from your bedtime. If you nap, keep it short and keep it earlier. Your future self will thank you. Now let's talk about the mind at night, because this trips a lot of us up. You climb into bed exhausted. You close your eyes, and suddenly your brain has thoughts. So many thoughts. Tomorrow's to-do list. A conversation from 3 years ago. Random. This isn't a flaw. It's just what a busy brain does when the room finally goes quiet. The trick isn't to fight the thoughts. Fighting them wakes you up more. The trick is to give them somewhere to go before you get in bed. Try a brain dump for 2 minutes. A cheap notebook by the bed. Write down anything looping in your head. tasks, worries, ideas, anything. You're not solving them, you're just moving them from your head onto paper. Your brain relaxes when it trusts the thought is safe somewhere else. Sounds too simple to work. Try it 3 nights in a row and see. Let's talk about movement because it belongs in this conversation. You don't need a workout plan to sleep better. You just need your body to feel like it did something today. Even a 15-minute walk after dinner can shift how tonight feels. Movement helps your body write out stress instead of storing it. Stored stress is often what's still humming under the surface when you lie down. You don't have to sweat. You just have to move a little more than yesterday. And tell me which one you're trying first. Honestly, I'm curious. Because everyone's tired morning story is a little different. Some people are wound up. Some people are underfueled. Some just have a foggy body clock. The habit that changes your mornings might not be the one that changes your neighbors. That's the fun part. You get to run little experiments on yourself. One tiny change at a time. 1 week at a time. If it helps, keep it. If it doesn't, drop it and try the next one. You are allowed to be the researcher of your own energy. Weekends sneak up on people too. Sleeping in on Saturday feels like a gift. Sometimes it is, but if you sleep in by 3 or 4 hours, your body clock resets. Come Monday, you feel like you flew across time zones without leaving your bed. That's not laziness, that's your internal clock genuinely confused. Try to keep your wake-up time within about an hour of your weekday time. You can still rest. You can still nap. You just protect your Monday self. And here's something we don't say out loud often enough. Sometimes you're tired because your life is asking too much of you. Not your sleep, not your habits, just the load itself. No lavender pillow spray fixes a schedule that's too full. Rest isn't only what happens at night, it's also what happens during the day. A 5-minute pause between meetings. A slow lunch actually sitting down. A phone-free walk. A moment where you're not producing anything at all. Your body counts those. It really does. If your only rest is unconsciousness, your body will always be catching up. Let me pull this all together because I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. You don't need to do everything I've said tonight. You just need to pick one. Maybe it's dimming the lights an hour before bed. Maybe it's the 10 slow breaths as your head hits the pillow. Maybe it's the 2-minute brain dump before you get under the covers. Maybe it's the 10 minutes of morning light tomorrow. Maybe it's just moving your last coffee earlier by an hour. Any one of these done for a week will teach you something about your own body. That's the real goal here, not perfect sleep. Just a friendlier relationship with the way your body actually works. Because your body isn't broken. It's not fighting you. It's just been trying to talk to you and now you're learning the language. Waking up rested isn't a mystery. It's a bunch of small conversations with yourself. You get to choose which one to start with tonight. And here's what I want you to remember when you close this video. Feeling tired doesn't mean you're doing life wrong. It means your body is asking for a small adjustment. Not a life overhaul, not a supplement stack, not a 5 a.m. routine. Just one gentle nudge. Try it honestly for long enough to see if it helps. Give your body a week to respond. It usually does. And if it doesn't, that's real information too. That's when a professional can help you look deeper. You're allowed to ask for help. You're allowed to not figure this out alone. That's a strength, not a shortcut. If this helped even a little, hit follow so we can keep going together. I share simple, doable habits like these every week. No pressure, no gimmicks. Like the video if you're going to try even one thing tonight. And drop a comment with the one habit you're starting with. I read them. Thanks for spending this time with me today. Go be gentle with yourself tonight. Dim the lights. Take the breaths. Give your body a soft landing. And I'll see you in the next one. Sleep easy. You've got this.